and he is jealous for me. Love's like a hurricane, I am a tree, bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy.
I'm Eric McDowell, and I'm the principal of Odell Middle School here in Bellevue, Washington, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the impact Youth for Christ has had here at Odell. Specifically, we've had just an absolutely outstanding volunteer here for the last year and a half. His name is Andrew, and he first came on as a volunteer at our lunchtime just to help supervise certain activities. And since then, he's gotten to know so many of the kids that now when he's missing, lots of the boys will come up to me and be like, "Where's Andrew? We've got to have Andrew." So much so that when he took his honeymoon, they were all missing him for weeks. He's had such a positive impact. He's also now helping us as part of our volunteer mentor system, where he meets with certain students in one-on-one situations and mentors them, goes through their homework, helps them academically if they can. And then an even bigger impact that Youth for Christ has had, again, came through Andrew and Brian at Youth for Christ. They came to us with a group who wanted to provide money this year at Thanksgiving time to all of our families who are below the poverty line. And so because of their intervention, normally we give out something like, 10 or 15 Thanksgiving baskets. And so when Brian and Andrew came to me, I thought they would be like, "Oh yeah, 5 more baskets would be great." It turns out they had hooked up with an organization, Trutina Financial, that is going to be able to give a $50 gift card to every single family at Odell that is below the poverty line. So that's more than 200 families. So we weren't talking about an impact just again on 5 or 10 kids, but we're talking about an impact of 200 families are going to feel the impact of their work here and their dedication and their service.
I'm Scott Summers. I'm the assistant principal here at Valley View Middle School in Snohomish. Youth for Christ and City Serve gives back to our school in many different ways. City Serve does volunteer service projects around our school with our students, so our students get mentorship and the idea of service and giving back to their community, which is really valuable for our kids. But probably the most important thing that we get from Youth for Christ is we get really positive role models that work with our kids here on campus. They're here during the school day. They hang out with kids during lunch, just talk to them on a one-to-one level. They tutor kids during the school day and do other mentorship. They're also here outside of school. We've had some Youth for Christ volunteers that have been assistant coaches for our sports teams. They're also here with evening events, helping out, just connecting with kids. So we know that we can trust all the volunteers that have been here at Valley View to really serve as positive role models for kids.
Randy Pierce, the father of Corey Pierce, who died of a heroin overdose, has been approaching me about doing more for kids who may become involved with drug activity. And that caused me to be introduced to Brian Muchmore, and our conversations led to the idea of coming down to the spot and providing some ice cream, which I hope we can do some more of. I think that was a good thing. It helps bridge the gap. The best thing to communicate with people is food, especially with kids, ice cream. So that's how that came together. I really think what you're doing at the spot is awesome. This is what our community needs. This is activities for kids that provides a little bit of adult supervision with a strong moral compass thrown in, and it makes sure kids stay out of trouble. And that's why I'm excited about what you're doing. This community appreciates the Youth for Christ movement and what it has done by bringing the spot into our community.
Thank you, Youth for Christ.
Thank you, Youth for Christ.
Thank you, Youth for Christ.